Welcome to Carbon Connects, looking at the challenges Pharma has faced, it currently is facing, and what it will be facing in the future.
So my name is Henriette Lonkvist. I'm the Global Head of CRM at Ferring Pharmaceuticals. Leveraging all of that expertise that we do have in-house is critical. Maybe you haven't thought of everything. Maybe you need support. Maybe you need development as well.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Carbon Connects with me, Henry Regan. I'm here with Henriette. Hello, Henriette.
Hi, Henry.
Lovely to see you too. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your role.
So my name is Henriette Lonkvist. I'm the Global Head of CRM at Ferring Pharmaceuticals, and I've been in this role for about a year and a half now. Previously a business unit director heading up reproductive medicine and maternal health in Ferring. Nice.
And what have you seen change in those 1.5 years?
I come at this from the business side, from the commercial side, and trying to engage a team to use data around our healthcare professionals, our customers, to provide better customer engagement journeys and customer interaction. So what I've seen is that we have put more focus on the importance of collecting data and to utilize the data to personalize our interaction and our communication with our customers. So putting focus on that and supporting the teams to really engage and to orchestrate the more personalized journeys has really, you could say, accelerated our customer engagement at Ferring.
So we talk about a lot in pharma about silos, and you're talking about teams coming together.
Yes.
How are you trying to bring those silos together? And obviously there's a lot of talk about bringing the silos together, but what action are you taking to try and bring those teams together and make sure that everyone is working in the same direction for the same outcomes?
So one critical part that we have been focusing on over the past year and a half is to make sure that we collaborate and we work cross-functionally, so very closely between commercial, marketing, and medical, because that, for me, is a must. So we use our CRM system as our one source of truth, and when we have engaged in a more holistic way of approaching our customers, we have gone back and we have looked at the whole CRM side of the medical profile, and we have defined the processes and the ways of collaborating between those profiles, and then we have adjusted the technology, the systems to support that. So I want to say, go back, redefine the collaboration. What does that 360 view look like around our HCPs and the different points of interaction, and then really make sure that we train the teams together and we build the good processes. Another important factor has been bringing key account management into the mix. So having the key account manager as the orchestrator, the main, you could say, owner of the customer, of the HCP, but really having that close collaboration with your medical, your MSL, the customer-facing medic that has to play that critical role in supporting the whole interaction with a given HCP.
And so where does your role fit in? That's a vast amount of moving parts. Where does your role fit amongst that?
So I think from my perspective, it's been about not so much coming at it from the technical side, but coming at it from the customer interaction side. So looking at, well, how do we evolve our customer engagement? What does that look like? Where do we want to go? What's the ambition for our customer engagement evolution? And then looking at, well, what do we need? Again, not so much from the technical side, because we have a great commercial IT team who support that side, but really from also the upskilling, all the skills and capabilities that the individual team members need in order to be able to do omnichannel, 360 customer engagement. Because you can say when you sign up to be a sales rep or a key account manager, you might not come at it as a full-blown omnichannel orchestrator. So I think just looking at where we are from what I call the people perspective, and just making sure that we provide the support, we provide the development, and the change management process is hugely important for me, and is something that I have put a lot of focus on to ensure that we bring our teams with us, and we don't kind of make our colleagues feel that their shortcomings from going from basically doing one kind of interaction, which is your face-to-face, to all of a sudden becoming a full-blown omni-channel orchestrator. So that has been super important, the whole change management process and upskilling of the teams.
So you talk about upskilling, and I'm really interested in that. Mm-hmm. How did that start for you? Is that something that you orchestrated? Is that something that you were the conductor of the orchestra for? Is that something you brought in? And what does that practically mean as well?
So I would love to take all the credit for that. I'm not going to do that because it's been a really important and a fantastic journey for. So the customer engagement team at Ferring was only created about the same time as I took on this position, so just under 2 years ago. And together with our digital team, the entire customer engagement team, we sat down and we looked at where, first of all, we wanted to go, where did we want to bring the organization when it came to omnichannel orchestration. And we had a look at, obviously, the pain points. And one of the pain points were the upskilling. So we started by defining what we call our masterclass concept, which is doing, so every quarter we run sessions for the different regions because we are a global organization. So we run masterclasses focusing on, I almost want to call it BBC bite-sized omnichannel development. And we bring in both the theoretical parts, but also very much markets who have, started on a journey. And obviously when you work globally, some are further along in that process than others. So by bringing in different markets, different teams who have done, put it to practice, good examples, best practice sharing, etc., on these masterclasses that are virtual. We found that has been super useful and a key instrument in the upskilling. So we have done this for almost 2 years now, and we've seen the progress it's made for the organization. And I think sharing across markets, across teams is really something that, it's like the peer-to-peer selling. It's some of the best inspirational sessions that I think we can have. So a very important concept. And we have a small team that, we keep trying to develop this and listen to what our colleagues need and where we can support them on this journey.
Great. It'd be really interesting to know, you talk about the outcomes there as well. What about the outcomes for patients? And we talk a lot about patient centricity.
Yes.
And how do you think that's actually positively impacting the patients who are obviously the end customer, although may not be your customer within RX? How do you think that's changing their lives?
When you are a patient in regardless of which disease area, therapy area, you need all the support you can get. And the way that we can support the patients in the best possible manner is by knowing as much as we can about our customers, and the patients that they support. Where are the pain points along the patient journey? Where are the pain points along the HCP journey? And where can we go in? And then that leads back to the personalized interaction and targeting, because not all patients need exactly the same, and not all HCPs work in the same manner. So the more that we can know about them, and we can then target both our support in both from a medical perspective and from patient support programs, just the whole information and knowledge sharing, that's where we indirectly help patients and hopefully make their, their journey as smooth as it can be, because I think all journeys are stressful for patients, regardless of which area we're talking about. So really, I think understanding the most that you can about your customers and the patients that they support. That's where we can go in and we can see where we as a pharma company and as individual roles can provide support. And another critical part is also, in pharma we have a lot of studies, we have a lot of trials, we have a lot of clinical data, but one of the most important things that we can also see from our customers is real world evidence, right? So practice and supporting and facilitating peer-to-peer, so HCP to HCP exchange, best practice is where we can probably provide some of the best and most relevant support to our customers, then which directly helps the patients. And it's probably also one of the most rewarding parts of what we do. Yeah.
You talk a lot about supporting others, but obviously in your role and the width of your role, how do you and your team feel the most supported? And when do you need that external help from, say, external agencies when there's a massive bit of overspill? Where do you find that?
So I think a couple of things. First of all, the customer engagement team is a small team, and we do serve our customers, internal customers, on a global scale. So obviously you have shortcomings from time to time. I think the first thing I want to say is that we do work in a matrix. So even though we are one department, we collaborate across functions with medical, with marketeers in the markets, with commercial IT, et cetera, et cetera. So we are part of an amazing network globally, also with regions, et cetera. So, leveraging all of that expertise that we do have in-house is critical. And that's also what gives you great collaboration and the ability to celebrate your successes, because they're not just from us, they are true collaboration and teamwork. However, having said that, it's obviously very resource demanding to build customer engagement up. So, external partners are also a big part of it. And I think that's where, you need to find the partners that both you have the same vision for what it is that you want to achieve, and you feel it's a true partner in the sense that you can have open and transparent discussions, and you will also be challenged, because I think that's always a great, with the outside in perspective and challenging what you feel is the right path. Maybe you haven't thought of everything. Maybe you need support. Maybe you need development as well. And just being able to scale solutions, both from a just execution perspective, and also in your technological solutions. And that takes a bit of time. There are a lot of providers of many different things, and I think you just need to find the partners that you feel comfortable with and that will bring to you what you don't already have in-house.
Lovely. Henry, I can say now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully
welcome.
You're always welcome back. So in case we do another episode, we haven't touched upon AI or anything like that.
No.
But I'm sure in a couple of years' time, everything will have changed
Yes.
anyway. We'll have plenty to talk about.
Yes.
Thank you for spending the time with me.
Very welcome.
So what we try to do differently is actually to start and say, what are we trying to achieve? Because I think COVID was actually the biggest A/B test the planet has ever seen. I really enjoy different mindsets, different cultures. I'm a very curious person. I think when you are able to listen, you are able to learn. We need to think about how can the role of marketing evolve. I believe marketing is important, but I think a few things have changed. And just 3 examples.